Today is just gonna be a chill day. I just want to do my makeup as if I was going somewhere and wanted to feel pretty or like hot or something, you know? The main inspiration of my look today is going back to this loose eyeshadow. Do we remember this from my Temu video and how stunning it was? I know I want to do that today, but for everything else, for the products, I'm just gonna kind of grab as I go. That's usually what I do when I'm just doing my makeup. I kind of just go in my drawer and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll use that today. Go ahead and grab your coffee, grab some water, wine, whatever. I'm not judging, and let's get into it. Cheers. Eyes are primed. I went in with my trusty Angel Eyes eyeshadow primer. This is by True and Luscious. It's in the shade Light Nude. I have had this for years. It's the only eyeshadow primer I've ever used. I got it in like a BoxyCharm or something, and this thing is still so full. A little bit goes a long way. Going back to the Temu video, I actually want to dip into the same palette I used as well. None of my brushes are clean, but are we surprised? No. We're gonna take this shade here. Watch me create the same look that I did in that video. I haven't watched that video in forever, so I have no idea what shades I used. Right off the bat, so pigmented. And you already know what I'm about to say. I'm heavy-handed and a dipper. I constantly go back into the palette, but I truly feel like I don't have to with this palette. And this is like $3, guys. $3. Look at that. I am literally done as I blend out more, but you know what I mean. Don't have to dip back in. I'm not going to really worry about my lid because I want to put that loose eyeshadow pigment all over, baby. We're going to put it all over today. I want that to be the star of the show. Okay, I don't know why I keep blending because it honestly does not need any more. I'm gonna take just a big fluffy brush. I'm gonna go into this light green here and we're just gonna blend out the edges. The way that took no time, guys. Let's get into her. I've been waiting. Loose pigment, so be careful. Speaking to myself, really. Honestly, you're better off just going into the lid because if I remember correctly, you don't need that much. I'm gonna pat because as you see, I'm getting some fallout. Okay, I had to back up. That was hurting my back, guys. Getting old here. If you wanted to avoid some of that fallout, you might want to put a glitter base down because it is a loose pigment, so I'm sure it's bound to have fallout like you saw. I actually wish I didn't go so far up with that shadow. I want to try to deepen that green up, so let's go in with this one right here. I didn't realize how deep that pigment was. And we're just gonna get a full smoky eye, I guess. Taking that big fluffy brush with the super light green, and I'm gonna go over these edges. Let's diffuse this like a lot because this is getting smoky. Blending is key. I think the darker eyeshadow definitely helped it look a little more, I don't know, better. So I'm gonna go ahead and catch up the other eye and probably add some lashes, and then we can work on my face. Whew. Okay, you guys, these are some eyes. I don't think I mentioned it either, but I did use a dry brush to apply that loose eyeshadow. I think if you use your fingers or a wet brush, there probably wouldn't be as much fallout. Not that I had a lot of fallout anyways. These lashes are from Dollar Tree. It's the LA Colors Dramatilash, and this is in the style Dazzle. Definitely a dramatic lash. I'm loving them. Pretty comfortable on the eyes as well. Let's get into this face, get my hair out of the way. Speaking of, how do you guys like my ginger moment I'm having? I needed a change after growing my hair out for like 3 years, and all I was really doing to it was cutting it. I was like, I need a new color. Like, my hair is nice and healthy, all virgin, and of course me, I'm like, let's bleach it. It's actually only bleached in the front. Let me get my primer before I start talking and get distracted. I want to use this Be Pure Essentially Ageless primer again, the supposed e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty dupe. This is more of like a thinner formula, and it has more of that blur to it, which it does say it's supposed to be a blur face primer, so I could see that. I like to use it for my fine lines that I have on my forehead. Actually, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer first. This is my go-to every day. And same thing, I like to put it on my forehead to fill in my lines. And I do more of a tapping motion to make sure they're like really getting in there. And on my acne scars, and whatever's left on my cheeks. So sometime last year, my sister had given me some face highlights in the front and kind of like the halo effect where it's like in the front and then underneath. And then fast forward to around December of that year, I put green hair dye all over my hair, and it turned my natural hair color this nasty like black green color, and then the highlighted parts were like this pretty green. Well, I kept that for a while because I love green, so I wasn't mad about it. Then I was going on a birthday trip with my fiance, and I really didn't want to have green hair for that trip, so I bleached out the green. I did like the whole halo effect, but with like more chunky. Then because our trip was like the next day, the only dye I had was this hot pink, I believe. So then I dyed it a hot pink, which it was fine for the trip. Then when I came back, I knew I wanted to fix it. I can't remember if I re-bleached it or not, but basically then I had to dye it orange. The orange was fine, and then long story short, I decided to go copper ginger. So that's why like the front, these pieces are kind of lighter because this is still where I bleached my hair. And then all this was my natural hair color. And I've just been using like developer to slowly lighten it, but it's starting to match a little bit and not look so like light and then dark, you know? So that was the goal. Primer is looking okay today. It's not really giving me that wow factor that it did the first time around. And I actually did wear it out last night and my forehead looked super smooth. So I don't know. For foundation, I haven't used this in a while, so I guess this is kind of like a just using random products that I haven't used in a while video. But this is the SheGlam Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation. I have mine in the shade Fair. I had gotten this, I think, when SheGlam was like first coming out with products, so she's old. Maybe I should smell it. Whatever, we're gonna use it. I usually do not like a matte foundation. I can get away with matte foundation as long as it's not too mattifying, if that makes sense. And usually because I do go in with cream products on top of it, everything just kind of melts together, you know? Makeup really is just a trust the process. Last night when I was doing my makeup, I was doing this same kind of thing where I used products that I haven't used in a while. And I don't know why I do that. I swear, I either use products that I haven't used in forever, or I use products that I've never used before and I actually have somewhere to go. It's like, why do I do that to myself, you know? Setting myself up for disaster. I actually need to start using this foundation again because that is really nice coverage. I still have a few spots peeking through, but I'm sure it will be buildable. Now I am seeing, and I will zoom you guys in because I don't know why my camera is so bright today, but I can see it clinging. Let's zoom in. We see this, how it's clinging. Okay, it's doing something weird with that primer. I turned my lights down a little bit so we could see better, and I went ahead and wiped that primer off. Now it's either the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer or this Be Pure primer that did it. I want to say it was the e.l.f. one just because it was leaving like a sticky residue all caked up. Let me just try it with this and no Power Grip Primer so we can see if it was this, because I really was liking this primer, but this is why you have to try products multiple times and with different products. You know, maybe it doesn't go well with this SheGlam foundation. It doesn't seem to be doing it anymore, so it could have been that combo, could have been just the e.l.f. primer, could have been how much I put. Who knows, but it's not doing it anymore, so I like that. Now I can build it a little bit more on my cheeks. I just want a little bit more coverage, but this foundation is really nice. I have, like I said, not used it in forever. Kind of forgot how good it is. That's why it's so important to go through your drawer, you know? Find all the old products you used to love and fall in love with them again. And let's do my nose. I always save my nose for last. That way all the leftover product can be used on my nose. For concealer, I want to try this. I know this is a Kokie Cosmetics concealer, but it's completely rubbed off. I got this off Amazon. I'll have everything linked down below. This is in the shade Fair Neutral. I remember this being extremely full coverage, so I am gonna go extremely light-handed with this because I do not really need that much coverage under my eyes, and I'm gonna just start out with that. Usually I like to take a brush for my concealer, but because this is so full coverage, I think the sponge will help kind of blend it out a little bit to not be full coverage. Does that make sense? You guys know what I mean. I think that was the perfect amount to not overdo it. Sorry, I zoomed out because I was about to put bronzer on and then I was like, oh, hey, your under eyes are missing concealer. It didn't cling very well right there, which is what I remember about this concealer. I remember it being full, super full coverage, and it's definitely going to cling to any little piece that you have. I'm ready to stop looking so ghostly, so let's go in with a bronzer. This is by Kiss Beauty. I got this off Temu as well, and this is like a contour slash bronzer pen. And I say contour slash bronzer because it is the perfect contour slash bronzer color. And I forgot how much I loved this, but I used it last night and I was like, yes, this is beautiful. It blends. I mean, you guys will see. I love the applicator. I love the shade. Perfect for fair skin. I put too much. I always forget that it is super pigmented. But do you see how this is just blending? It's giving me, honestly, like in person, like an airbrushed look. And I did not need to use that much. But now I feel like I need to use that much on the other side to make it even. Let's go into liquid blush. This is from the Dollar Tree by IONI. This is in the shade Warm Rose. I want more of a orangey blush today. Comes with a doe foot. These are super pigmented, so be careful. I'm talking one dot. I think that green and orange blush is just such a good combo, and then with my hair as well. Oh yeah, this is looking so good. The camera never does it justice, guys. Like, this is looking so pretty in person. I mean, I'm not saying I look disgusting on camera. It's so hard to do makeup videos on camera because you're trying to show the true tones and you don't want your makeup to look like crap on camera, but then you don't want it to look like crap in person. That's just been my issue, honestly, in my head. I'm like, I want it to look good for you guys, but I'm trying to look good in person too. Another Dollar Tree product. You guys, honestly, Dollar Tree has some really good products. I am not just making Dollar Tree videos for content. I actually grab the products when I'm getting ready. I want to try this Be Pure Glow Up highlighter again. It's a liquid highlighter. I always start with this side, but I feel like on camera you guys can see it more on this side of my face, so I need to get in the habit of starting on this side. It's kind of a lot, but I put a lot of everything. But again, it blends beautifully. I mean, do you guys see that? It's just makes your skin look wet, not greasy. It's not a greasy feel at all. It's wet. That's the best way I can explain it. A glow within. And they do have different shades of these. I was just at Dollar Tree last night actually, and they had more shades, deeper tones as well. This is one of the products where I feel like the camera isn't even doing it justice. The way it's just melting in. I don't even feel like I need to set my face or go in with any more products, powder products, but we're going to. I want to go in with some bronzer. This is also Dollar Tree LA Colors. This is actually supposed to be a pressed powder in the shade beige, but I like to use it as a contour slash bronzer. But I just want to add a little bit of warmth into my skin. I'm having a good makeup day, you guys. And I used affordable makeup. Love it. I don't know if you guys saw the short I posted, but Dollar Tree or LA Colors has a new collection and it's cats or cat themed. And I picked something up. Of course, it was a blush, but look how freaking cute. I had to pick this one up, the orange one, because, well, one, I've been needing a orangey blush and I've been trying to justify my blush purchases by like, okay, at least get a shade that you don't really have. So that kind of justified it. Oh, whoa. Okay, kind of powdery. I knew I needed this one because it reminds me of my cat, Mango. She is like a little sassy diva. That face is just her. It's totally her. It just reminds me so much of her. This shade is beautiful. It's called, I think it was called Perfect Peach. Oh, Possum. That was way off. Perfect Peach would have been cute too, though. I'm gonna go in with this Ace Beauté highlighter palette. This is the Glow Essentials, one of my favorite highlighting palettes. And I wanna go into the shade right here and mix it a little bit with the white shade. I'm gonna just put this on my nose. I love highlight on my nose. Oh my God. This will be your glittery beaming highlight. So if you wanna be seen from space, you know, get abducted, this is your highlight. I'm like, do I want to put this on my cheeks? No, no cheeks. But let me tone this down. For my brows, I'm going to be using the IONI Brow Freeze Sculpting Gel. I have really been liking this. I tried it in my Dollar Tree video. I wore it out last night, and I just want to keep trying it to really fully get like a review for it, you know? It seems to lay down the brows if you put like a ton of product, which I mean, it's $1.25, you know, so why not use a ton of product? Like you see, I'm kind of getting the laminated look there. But if you have like super thick, bushy brows, or, you know, my brows are kind of sparse in some areas, so I think that's why it's a little bit easier for me to lay them down. But even then, I have some little hairs that keep poking up. So I don't want to say that you could fully lay this down. You see where it's glistening a little bit there? I'm gonna try to wipe that off slash push down my brows. If you don't like the feeling of crunchy brows, I think you would like this. And the best part about this, like I said, I wore this last night. There was no, I mean, you can see there's no gunk in my brows. There's no film, there's no gunkiness, chunkiness, nothing. It's completely clear. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte. I have mine in the shade Transparent. I'm just gonna now set under my eyes. We still haven't even set that concealer. We really didn't need to. I didn't use that much. And I like to take my sponge for this. Oh my God, my sponge is covered in cat hair. I'm gonna go ahead and set under here. And clean up my contour a little bit. My contour is not my favorite today. I'm gonna finish my under eyes off camera just because I'm literally gonna throw some green under and then mascara and maybe some eyeliner. Who knows? I don't even know. We'll see. Oh, I need to finish my eyebrows as well, huh? I'm probably just gonna do a pen or something through them. Nothing fancy. And yeah, we can come back for the lips. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. The way the bottom always makes a difference. that really just pulled the whole look together for me. Did it for you because, sorry, my forehead's wet because I just, you know, drenched myself in setting spray as I usually do. I'm just letting it soak into the skin. So what I did for my under eye is I took the deepest shade closest to my eyeball on a smaller brush than this, you know, really tucked it in there, and then I took this shade here to help blend that out, and then took the lightest shade to blend that out, and you know, just blended everything together. In my waterline, this is from Temu as well. It's a waterproof cream gel liner. It's not really meant for the waterline, at least they don't advertise it as that. It's supposed to be just a regular eyeliner. You can see I swatched it there. I had two different colors, but this is the shade here, and I think it really just tied everything together as well. Again, when I was at Dollar Tree last night, they had another collection. It was called like Let's Get Away or something, and I picked up two lip liners from that collection because they looked like the perfect nude shades. I already went ahead and swatched them on the back of my hand because I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to go with. I actually think I want to go in with a brown today. Yeah, I wanted something deeper for the lip line, and then I want something a little more pinkier in the middle, but not too pink, just like a good nude. And I think this Tiesin lipstick from Temu will be the good one. This is literally my go-to nude. It has a hint of pink to it, but it's not overly pink. I'm just gonna clean up my lip line a little bit. If you guys were ever curious how I clean up my lip line, I usually just take a little bit of my foundation and a brush. And sometimes it's hard because I have already set, so I can look a little cakey near my mouth. But most of the time it's okay because I'm only taking a little bit and fixing just little mistakes. Again, picked this up from Dollar Tree last night. This was the I think it's Lay. I kept saying Lay or Law, Lee, like I was just changing it up. I think it's Lay because it's L-E. I thought it was an A. Lay Mercery, Lay Mercery, Lay, whatever. This one, I picked this up from Dollar Tree last night too because I realized I didn't have a Dollar Tree makeup spray anymore. It's supposed to be transfer proof, humidity resistant, long lasting matte formula. I like the sprayer because I like to drench myself. All right, you guys, this is the final look. How are we feeling about it? I have not done such dramatic makeup or like a glam like this in so long. It honestly feels so good to just play with some makeup. I did go off camera and fix the eyeshadow a little bit. It started to crease on me, so just keep that in mind if you do purchase that product. I had so much fun filming today's video. It's nice to just sit down and not have a theme to a video, just kind of, not saying that the theme videos aren't fun, trying new makeup or like Dollar Tree makeup or anything, but this is kind of what I would do if I am sitting down to do my makeup. I don't have a plan. I'm just kind of going through my drawers, grabbing products that I know I love or something I haven't tried in a long time. And it's crazy because the products that I do grab most of the time are Dollar Tree products or She Glam or Temu or something affordable, you know, like those are actually the products that I enjoy and I'm using off camera. That is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you love this look. I would love to know your opinions down in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys down there, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.